What's up bikers, how are we doing? And yes, first of all, apologies for not posting any videos last week because it was pouring cats and dogs, and due to which I could not take the bike out. I was also supposed to get my GoPro this week as I mentioned in my last video. However, my GoPro will be here on the 19th or on the 20th of this month. Well, today's topic is all about how to prevent your motorcycle from rusting and how to remove your existing rust from your motorcycle, and what all care we should take to protect your motorcycle during the monsoon season. And I'm just about to speak about how to protect your motorcycle from monsoon. I mean, when I say monsoon, is how to protect it from rusting or corrosing or any kind of issues which we face regularly in our bike session. So I think let's start step by step. Okay, my bike is 2.5 years old and I'm gonna show it to you guys where it's rusting and which are the precautions every biker should take care of so that we can prevent rust. It's very difficult to remove rust, existing rust, so it's better that we take precaution and care of the motorcycle so we don't face that situation. Yes, I had a couple of questions on my channel, so I'm gonna also answer them while I'm talking about the rust. Someone had asked me about my helmet. Well, this helmet is from Andheri East near the flyover shop. It's called West Helmets. It's an old school looking helmet, a pretty simple helmet with 2 stars. Because I'm riding a cafe racer, I prefer an old school helmet. So I wear the I install the fiberglass on this helmet when I'm riding on the highway, but when I'm riding in the city, I use it like an open face helmet. And yes, wear a mask, which you guys must have seen on some photos or some videos of mine, my past videos. Alright, moving on about the rust topic, let's get back. So if I zoom into this area, if you notice that I can't touch it because it's hot right now. I was riding, my exhaust pipe is getting rusted. This is my exhaust pipe, as you can see, all the rust. Alright, this is the area you can see over the cover over the exhaust. This is the original cover, that's not the exhaust cover from my Monster which I have bought. It is installed by the company, but it's getting rusted. If you see this area very carefully, if you see my previous videos, it had a very good shine on it, and as you can see now it's getting corrosed. Alright, that's not rust. This can never get rusted unless the bolts can get rusted if a lot of water comes in contact with that. I avoid that the maximum. I always try to keep this area dry. That's the best way to take care of this part. But yes, it is getting corrosed, and the only way to cure this is getting it buffed. Alright, so yes, you can get this buffed from the Royal Enfield showroom, or you can personally get it buffed. This always gets corrosed because a lot of people think it's metal. It's not, it's cheap plastic. It's just painted that color. So you can actually remove this cap from here, get it out, get it shined, or get it repainted again. Alright, now we'll talk about the wheels, especially the rims. A lot of classic bikes or Thunderbirds or Electra or any other Royal Enfield face this problem, but Continental GT does not face that. I'll tell you why. If you see this very carefully, these rims don't have a shine. Reason being, they are aluminum based, due to which it does not get junked, and I'm pretty happy and really proud about that for this cafe racer, because a lot of people are contacting me and saying the rims do get junked, how do we prevent them? But cafe racer does not face that. So far so good, except for the notches here for the spoke area. The notches do get corrosed or junked or blackened out because they are a different metal compared to the rims. So if you notice, the indicators also get these black marks around. Alright, this is again not metal, it's plastic. A lot of people think it's metal, it's not, it's plastic, and they do get these marks on it, in which we need to get them cleared. Yes, it really works. The old school way is WD-40. My father used to give me this when he used to maintain his scooters and motorcycles and his cars, and we used to use this on every rusted part except for brakes, chains, and certain areas. I'm gonna demonstrate this live right now, and I'm sorry for the sound because there's a lot of wind here. So see what happens with WD-40. So you take a cloth or a rug. The reason I take a furry cloth is better to scrub. So as you guys can see, there are this part is junked right now. So all I do is I shake the WD-40 before I use it. I put it on my cloth like that, and you can see I just scrub it off like that. Voila! Can you see that? Guys, can you see that? How clean that looks? And see the other part on top, which I have not done yet. You can see these spots are still there. This is just about these. You see these dots? These are all about to just get junked, and I have not yet cleaned them with WD-40. So guys, that was a small demonstration for WD-40, but please do not use this on brakes or your chain, your bike chain. Now I'm going to talk about motorcycle bike chain. It stopped raining, so I'm going to continue. Right, there are a couple of products available in the market, and for my initial 2 services, I allowed Royal Enfield to put the chain lubricant on my bike. However, I have decided to purchase that can on my own. Well, there are 2 products available which I can depend on for lubricating your chain. I usually prefer that the chain should be lubricated every 300 to 400 kilometers. That's my advice. But when I went to Goa, before that I got my chain lubricated, and when I came back I got it lubricated again. So we did like 670 kilometers going and 670 kilometers while coming. So we lubricated the chain twice, even in my friend's Thunderbird 500, which was with me riding along. And there are 2 products. One is Motul. Everyone knows Motul. Motul also provides the best oil for motorcycles, and I think that is around 400 rupees, some odd 400 rupees on Amazon or any other website. And I have also seen another brand from 3M. Lubricant is cheaper, but it's a very small can. If I'm not mistaken, it is only a single use, or you can use it twice. I would advise that if you're going for a cheaper option, which is some 150 rupees of 3M, and it's easy to carry in a backpack when you're doing long rides, which I am also planning to do in future. It's better to buy the 3M small kit, because you can lubricate every 400 kilometers and keep the chain good, and that will condition your chain and make sure that your chain doesn't jump. If you see right now, I have not done it since a long time, and this is how the chain looks. So check it out, guys, that the chain is now slowly getting junked because of the monsoon. Very clearly, guys, as you can see that the junk is really visible here. Alright, I am purchasing the Motul one. The reason I am buying the Motul can, it's a little bigger, and I'm gonna ride a lot after the monsoon, so I will be needing that a lot. So please guys, buy that. It's very essential. And friends, if you have any questions, please comment below, or you can even email me, and I'll reply that as proactively as I can. So ride safe, it's monsoon, make sure your tire pressure is fine, eat well, sleep well, and be good. And please subscribe to my channel. Alright, cheers.